operators. Okay, so till now we have seen about four types of operators. Okay, that is, and today we are going to see about the next topic, that is a bitwise operator. Okay, so operators. Got my point? Okay, so this one, this symbol. Okay, so that will be used. Okay, so this will be used for bitwise OR. Okay, so bitwise OR. Okay, and then this one is bitwise AND. Okay, so it's this is used for bitwise AND. Okay, what is this? This one will be used for bitwise XOR. Okay, so bitwise XOR. Okay, the cap symbol that is used for XOR, ampersand symbol that is used for AND. Okay, and then this symbol which is used for OR, and then this negation that is used for complements. Okay, so this is used for complements. Okay, complement means if it is a true means the result will give it as a false. If the result is false means it will give the true. Okay, so that is actually the complement, right? Okay, and then left shift. Okay, so what is this left shift? It will shift. Okay, it will shift the number of bit. How many bits you are going to give, that much bits it is going to shift towards left. Got my point? Okay, so this will be towards the left, and this one will be like shift the number of bits. Okay, shift the number of bits. Okay, what we are going to give towards right. Got my point? Okay, so that is okay. So shift the number of bits towards right. Okay, or okay, what is the thing of or? If both are false, then it is
False.
false. Correct. Okay, and the next is if both otherwise it will be true, right? Thing, and then for and means, you know, right? And means if both are true. Okay, if both are true means then we can say it is true. Okay, and then otherwise it will be false. Okay, and what about the XOR? What about the XOR? XOR here, both are true or false, you will have false only. Okay, so both are true or false, we will have false. Otherwise, true. Got my point? Okay, already you people learned everything in your lab and so on. Okay, just that's why I'm going little fast. And complement, if it is true means you will have false. If it is false means you will have true. Okay, and the next is, as I told you, it will shift the number of bits towards the left. Okay, and then this one means it shift the number of bits towards right. Got my point? Okay, so let us see. Okay, so first one we will see it as like if the two, okay, variables. Okay, so how, if for example if a equal to 5, a equal to 5, and then if you are giving a b equal to 3 something, right? So immediately what it will do, the editor, it will find out the what is the value, the binary value of, okay, 8-bit value. Okay, automatically it will be converted into 8-bit value, right? So immediately it will convert it into 8-bit value, that is a, which is tends to 5 means what is that? A equal to 5 means what is the binary value? 101, right? So if you are converted into 8-bit means 3, 4, 5, and then 101, right? So this is the binary value of 5, right? Similarly for 3, if you want to find out what is the value, that is 0, 1, 1, right? So if you convert into 8-bit, So 40 and then 60, right? And then 11, right? So yeah. So 8-bit, right? So this is how it will be converted, right? And then we have to find out 5, 3. Okay. So what will be the answer for it? Okay. So as I told you, for or means, okay, both or false means, okay, so both it is false means, okay, the answer is true. Got my point? Okay, that is actually both or false means it is false, and then otherwise it will be true. Okay, even one thing is true also, it will be true. Okay, that is the condition for or, right? Okay, so automatically you can get 0 for 0 0 0, okay, and then 0, and then all these have at least one. Okay, so 1 1 1, right? So both are true, so 1 is true, so 1 is true, 1, remaining everything is false. Got my point? Okay, so what is the resultant value? This is 7. Got my point? Okay, so the binary value of this one, 0111, the corresponding decimal value is 7. Got my point? Okay, so let us check in our this one. Okay, so let us check one second. Yeah, right. So let us check in the collab, okay, whether we are getting the answer or not. Okay, so that is we are going for 5/3. Okay, so 5 or 3. First time we are running, so it is taking little time. Once again, I will put a charge and it will come. Once again. Yeah, 7, right? Okay, so that only we dealt with. Okay, so 7 we got it, right? Okay, so indirectly it is converting into a binary and it gives the result clearly. Okay, so okay, so similarly for and, okay, so similarly for and, if you are putting the same, what will be the answer? For example, if you equal a equal to 5 and b equal to 3, if you are putting for and means, okay, so what will be the thing? So what is the condition for and? Both are true. Okay, so then it will be true. Okay, so both are true, then you will get true. Okay, or otherwise you will get false. Okay, so what will be the answer when you are putting for a ampersand b? Okay, so a ampersand b, when you are just finding it out, automatically it is converted into capital, but it is we have to carefully deal with capital A or small e, right? Okay, so A, which is A and B, that means, okay, so when we go for such bitwise operators, okay, what will be the answer? So both are true means, okay, so both are true means true. Okay, all the remaining thing it will be considered as false. So this one false, 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 false. So completely you will get the answer as 0, 0, 0, 7 times 0, right? 7 times 0, and finally this alone is 1. Got my point? Okay. So what is the answer? That is 1, right? Okay, the decimal value, the corresponding decimal value of this binary value is 1, right? So let us check whether we are getting the answer or not. Okay. So 5. See how easily we are making the code, right? Simply we are using the operator and we are getting the answer. Okay. So 5 and 3, okay, immediately we are getting the answer as 1. Got my point? This is how we can do AND operation. Okay. So similarly, if we go for XOR, Okay, similarly, if you are going for XOR, so if you are going for XOR also, right? So here what is the condition? Both are true or false. Okay, then we are having false. Okay, otherwise it will be true. Okay, both should be true or false. Okay, both, if it is true, then also the answer is false. Both is false, then also it is false. Otherwise it will be true. Okay, so what is the symbol we have to use? A cap B. Okay, so A cap B. Okay, so A cap B, right? So here both are true or false. Okay, so that is the time. If both are true means, example we are given it as, yeah. Okay, so both it is true here. Okay, so automatically it will become false. All the remaining things. Okay, so here this one will become 1 and this one will become 1, and all these things both are false, then also we will have only false. Okay, so here both are true, then it is false, and all both it thing is false, so this also false. Okay, for this alone we will get 1 1. Okay, so 1 1 0, I think, right? Okay, so we will check when we go for A cap B. Okay, so that is the time. So 0 0 0 4 zeros, and then again 1 0, and then 1 1 0. That's my point. Okay. So what is the corresponding value of this? This is 6, right? Okay. So the corresponding value is 6. Okay. So how to find out this, whether the corresponding value is 6 or not? So this is 1 into 10 power 0, and then 1 into 2 power 0, 0 into 2 power 0, and 1 into 2 power 1, and 1 into 2 power square. Okay, so 2 plus 4, that is 6. Got my point? Okay, so that is how you can convert the binary to the decimal value. Got it? Okay, so 6. Okay, so let us check whether we are getting the 6 or not. Okay, when we put 5 cap 3, 5 cap 3, yeah, 6. Got it? Okay, so 6 also it's working. Okay, so no issues. So this is example for XOR. Okay, so right. Have you all got the answer? Have you all got the answer, Pa? So you should be very clear with, if the question for your internal, if it is given in decimal value, you have to convert into binary, and you have to check the condition for AND or XOR, and then you have to give the result also. Okay, whether it is true, whether it gives the result as true or a decimal value. Got my point? Okay, so please, you should know the conversion part also. Okay, so that's why I am explaining you detailedly. Okay, and then coming to the complement part. Okay, so complement part means, for example, if you are giving a equal to 5, then automatically, okay, so you have to make a complement of it. Okay, so for example, if a equal to 5 means, as I told you, you will have the value for 5 is 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 is the binary value, right? So negation of a means what we have to put. So that means we have to give it as till the symbol negation. Yeah. So negation A. Okay. So I'm giving a capital letter itself. So then you will get all the value of 0 will become 1, and all the value of 1 will become 0, right? So what we can do, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 5 ones you will get, and then 0, and then again 1, and then 0. Got my point? So what is the corresponding value of the binary value of it? Okay, So here 0 into 2 power 0, 1 into 2 1, okay, and then you can just put right. Okay, so 128 for this one, okay, plus 64, okay, plus this one will be considered 2 power 5, and then 2 power 4 is also will be included, so 16, right, and then 8 2q, okay, will also be included. This one is 0, so leave it, and then this 2 into 2 power 1, 2 into, so 2, okay, 1 into 2 power 1, so 2, got my point. So when we add all these things, you are getting 250. Okay, so we are getting the answer as 250. Okay, so let us check when we are putting the negation of A, what you are getting the answer. Got my point? Okay, so whether we are getting 250 or not. Okay, just we look at it. So A equal to 5, and then negation A. Negation A, we are getting minus 6. Negation A, root of negation A is minus 6. Minus 6 means if you are putting that is also you will get 250. Okay, so I put it for 8 bit, okay, as a positive value. Okay, so if you are just check it out for 11111010, okay, it is giving in the 2's complement value. Okay, so anyhow I will check that also and I will tell you, right? No problem. So this is about the negation. Okay, so negation. Till now we have seen about and, or, XOR, and then complement. Okay, so that is negation, right? And the next we can also see left shift and right shift. Okay, so for example, if I am going for left shift means, okay, how to give for left shift. For example, if you are giving A means A, then left 2. Okay, so 2 times, okay, it will be left shifted. Okay, so 2 zeros will be pushed. Got my point? Okay, so that is the thing. For example, if A is equal to 5 means, okay, so if A equal to 5 means this is the value, right? So when I am going for left shift, this 0 will be shifted. Okay, so it will go out and we will add 2 zeros here. And what is the corresponding value that will be printed? Got my point? Okay, so for example, if I am going for here, A equal to 5 means, okay, so A equal to 5 means, so you will have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5 zeros and then 1, 0, 1, right? So these two zeros will be removed and adding zeros here. Got my point? So the corresponding value of this will be printed. This is right shift. Okay, sorry, left shift. Okay, so to the towards the left, okay, the number of bits will be made. Okay, so what will be the answer? I think 20. Okay, so that is the answer for this particular thing. Okay, so we will check whether left shift is working or not. Okay, one second. Go for collab. Got it? Okay, so please, everyone, have a notebook in your hand and start working. Then only you will know whether you are getting the correct answer or not. Okay, otherwise, you will not know what is happening, right? So A, which is left shift, right? Okay, so I'm just giving left relational operator 2. Okay, so 2 I'm giving, and then I'm giving in the top. Okay, so A equal to 5, and then I am giving A which is less than 2. So 20. Got it, right? Okay, so it is left shifted, right? Understood. So you should know how it is coming. That's why I am explaining this. Okay. So and then if I am going for A, which is greater 2, that means right shift. Okay. If I am going to do that, so first we will write for 5. A equal to 5 means, okay. So that is a 0 0 0 0 0 0 5 zeros, and then 1 0 1, right? So this is actually for normally for 5, right? And then I am going for right shift 2 times. Okay, so that time this one will be removed. Okay, and then in the beginning 2 zeros will be added. Got my point? So what is the corresponding value of this? It is 1. Got my point? It is 1, right? So whether we are getting this or not, we will check. Understood, Paul? Have you understood what I'm saying, students?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah,
one more.
very good. One more time? Okay, okay. 1 second. I will check the answer and then I will tell you again. Okay, Pa? Right. Good. So I am giving A which is greater than 2. Okay. And then if I am giving A equal to 5. Okay. So I am giving right shift. I'll check. Yeah, 1 is coming, right? So as you requested, okay, just I am telling this is the 5. Okay, so this is actually, okay, this is actually the value of 5. Okay, but this is left shift. Okay, left shift means the zeros will be added towards the left. Got my point? Okay, so 2 zeros I have to add. So 2 zeros, and the last 2 bit will be shifted out. Okay, so this will be removed. Got my point? Okay, so initially we have this one, okay, and then it will be shifted, right? So this is how we are. I am getting for this one left shift. Okay, so left shift means the leftmost 2 bits will be excluded. Okay, and the 2 zeros will be added to the right. Sorry. Okay, so that is the left shift. Okay, and but coming to the right shift means, okay, so right shift means what we will do, initially you are having for 5, this is the value. Okay, so for 5, yeah, this is the value, right? So for 5, this is the value. When I am going for right shift, okay, so that is the time what it will do, the last 2 bits will be excluded and the 0 will be included in towards the front. Okay, the decimal value for this one is 1. Got my point? Okay, similarly for left shift means what we'll do, for left shift means these first 2 zeros will be excluded and zeros will be added towards the right. Okay, so this is left shift. Left shift. Okay, so removing the first 2 outside and 2 zeros will be added to it. Okay, so what is the value of this? This is 20. Okay, so that's why we are getting 20 here. Got my point? Okay, and towards the right means, okay, so that is the time. So it's a very important concept. This one will be used when you are doing computer architecture there and all. Normally, how the multiplication boots algorithm there and all, we are using this left shift, right shift and all. Got my point? Okay. So with the adder circuit itself, easy students will know. Okay. So normally multiplication circuit will not be there. Simply with the adder circuit itself, we will do multiplication. Okay, and through 2's complement, there also we are using only adder circuit itself. Got my point? Okay, so there and all we will use this shifter concept only. Okay, so left shift means, okay, so as I clearly explained, okay, so the left shift means the first two bits will be removed, and the 2-bit 0 will be added towards the right. Okay, that is left shift. Okay, so right shift means the right element, okay, the last two element will be removed, okay, and in the front zeros will come. Got my point? Okay, so that is actually the right shift. Right shift, you can, from the name itself you can clearly understand, right? The digit which is shifted towards the right, so last two thing will be removed. Okay, in left shift means the first two will be removed, okay, because we are shifting towards the left. So that 2 bits have to be added towards the right. So what is the corresponding decimal value? You will get the answer. Got my point? Okay. So this is how we are doing the bitwise operator. Now everyone are clear with the bitwise operators, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Pa. Very good. Right. Okay. So now we can shift to the next. That is the logical operators. Okay. So in logical operators, what are the category? Okay. In logical operators, you have logical and. Okay, so we have logical and then you have logical or. You people are more familiar than me, right? Because you are all EC students and most of them, and also Arrow students are there. Okay, so you people are more familiar with this. Okay, what is the difference between bitwise operator and logical operator? Any idea? Bitwise operator and logical operators. What is this logical and? Okay, so no problem. Logical operators, this will return true or false. Okay, so here in logical operator means you will use the symbol as double ampersand. Okay, and logical or means you will use a double epsilon, and then not means you will use um, exclamatory. Okay, so that is a symbol. That is, this is only one type. Okay, so what is the difference between this logical and the simple and? Okay, so simple and here. Okay, so yeah, this and or. Okay, so here we have just seen two variables and we compared, right? And then we have put this and or, and it returns the integer value, right? It returns the integer value. But here we are using some comparison. Okay, so we are going to compare. Okay, so we are going to compare some two simple conditions. See, for example, if I am going to do A is greater than B, okay, and then I am going to compare, and then logical and I am going to put. Okay, and then I am going to compare whether A is greater than C. Got my point? Okay, so this is one relational operator and this is one relational operator. So this is a simple condition and this is simple condition. So we are going to compare these two simple condition. We are going to put a logical operator in the middle. Got my point? So this is called logical and. Got right? So when we are going to compare two simple condition, right? So that is the time we have to use this logical operator. Got my point? But in the previous thing, just we are using two variables and we are going to do or and it returns what value it returns. Actually, it returns an integer value, right? Converting it into an integer and it returns the value. But in logical operator, it is going to return either true or false. Okay, because it is going to compare. Okay, both A is greater than, we are going to give value for A as 5 and B as some 3 and C as 2. It is going to compare whether 5 is greater than 3 and 5 is greater than 2, and then it is going to give the result as true. Got my point? Because both the condition is satisfied. Okay, so we are going to give logical and in between it. Okay, similarly logical or also have to make it. Okay, so if both the condition is checked whether it is correct or not, okay, or any one condition is right or not based upon the and or. Okay, so as we are knowing about it. Okay, so this is how we are going to do for. And similarly for not, how we are going to do? Similarly for not, so that is logical not. Okay, so logical not means here we are not going to have two simple condition, but between the two variables whether the condition is satisfied or not. Okay, so for example, if you are going to put exclamatory and then we are going to give A is greater than B. Okay, so A is greater than B. Likewise, if you are going to give, okay, so if you are going to compare like this, okay, so with this condition satisfied, it is going to give the, if this condition is true, then it is going to return false. Okay, okay, and then if this condition fails, okay, it is going to give true. Got my point? Okay, that is the of not. Okay, so not always which is used, okay, only for two variables, but logical no, okay, and logical or, that will be used for two simple conditions comparisons. Got my point? That is the difference. Okay, and membership operators normally we will use for sequence. Okay, finding the sequence. Okay, so that we are going to see a list. Okay, and then we are going to see about what is that, tuple, dictionaries there and all, whether it is present, the element which is present in list or tuple or, okay, so that time we are going to use this membership operator. Okay, so membership operator mostly we are going to use in and not in. Okay, in and not in. Okay, whether it is present, the element which is present in this one or not. Okay, I am not going to use and, you will get confused. Okay, so in and not in. Okay, and similarly identity operator we are going to have that is and okay, and then is not. Okay, so is and is not, right? So likewise we are going to have true. Okay, so we are going to compare if A is B. Okay, and if A is not B. Okay, so with this the operator, okay, portion will be over. Okay, when I explain you about this thing in the coming chapters, that identity operator I can tell, but membership operator I will explain you when I in the module 4 you have list, dictionaries, okay, tuple and all. That time I will tell you how the elements will be checked whether it is present in that particular thing. Okay, so now just to find out the keyword. Okay, just remember the keywords what you are going to learn in this membership, but in the future when we are studying the module 4, that time I will explain with examples. Okay, so I hope you all understood today's portion. Okay, so that is 8 different types of operators. Okay, we have just looked at it. Okay, so as a recap: arithmetic operators, relational operators, unary operators, assignment operators, bitwise operators. Okay, and the next is logical operators, and then membership operators, and finally identity operators for today's attendance. Thank you.